Anaganya, which is welcome in the local Awabakal language. And I'd like to welcome everyone on these beautiful lands. I'd like to pay our respects to all of our ancestors who have ceremoniously danced this land, sung with this land, and connected with this land for thousands of generations. And I acknowledge all our elders of past and present, and also our youth, and everyone else who shares these beautiful lands. Nei Neiawa. Nei Neiawa means that we come together, we share together as one, and celebrate our mother, which is the earth, Yi. Nei Neiawa Yi Ugali.
Talk to Gavin Vitullo, the artist who created the sculpture on behalf of the Landcare network. Thank you for coming in today, Gavin.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so one of the first things I wanted you to tell us about is the inspiration for this piece.
First and foremost, it's just that begins with the title or the concept. So imprint is the embodiment of the idea. So, everyone recognises the Landcare logo, which is the nurturing hands or the tending hands. And the idea was to extend that logo in an abstracted way. So to think about what our hands actually do and custodianship, I suppose. So the onus of everyone and every human is a responsibility to look after the land for future generations. So for me, it just began with the idea of a single fingerprint. And then that evolved into honouring our local people, the traditional landowners, the Awabakal people, and then sitting with an elder, Douglas Archibald, and gaining permission to use a historical fingerprint. So that came through the living descendant of the Hepplewhite family, the traditional landowners of this area. So that's what sparked the idea. And I work with natural materials, so predominantly wood, and I knew after our first site visit and having the explanation that there was going to be the living green wall and then this very beautiful intimate space that some kind of large wooden totem would be the perfect scenario.
Yeah. So what were the challenges of working with the material in the space?
Natural materials are tricky because they kind of age and weather, you can only do so much. So it took me months and months of wandering in and out of landscapes, local, far and wide, because I never chop a living tree down. That's just something that I have a strong belief in. So I walk and walk and walk until I find something that has lived a life, and then I can breathe new life into it and honour it. So the challenges initially were finding the right piece, and then I suppose the ongoing dialogue between Landcare, myself as the artist, and then being patient and speaking with elders, and then meeting with Mick, whose fingerprint we ended up using.
Yep.
You just can't hurry these things along. If you want to do the space, do Landcare justice, do the land justice, do the material justice, you've got to be prepared to be patient. So they were, the major challenges.
I think it's beautiful that talk about the patience that needs to go with that, because that's such a core ethic that our land carers bring and they learn over time, is to work with nature. So also that concept of how long you've spent looking for the right piece that spoke is a beautiful connection. So what does it mean to you that this is going to be displayed here?
This is monumental for me. So there'd be not a lot of people who realise this, but in my former life, before I became an artist, many years ago, I was a landscaper, and one of my first jobs was to plant out this area where we're standing. Yeah, so I worked for a landscaping company, and we spent a lot of time on the 5 Island stretch.
Yep.
And then this place initially, when it was just a shipping container full of plants and materials.
Yep.
And we spent time in this immediate area planting out.
Oh, that's amazing.
So to land here again, and as an artist, is just serendipitous.
Yeah, circular.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.